this
no
is what
chocolate
I'm saying.
in the desert.
This is what I'm saying.
When Christ came back,
Why then are they celebrating Refugee Week in June? Tell me that.
Let me tell you something.
Why are they celebrating?
First of all, what I want to say is Easter is a significant holiday in our Christian calendar.
Well, do you want me to answer or not?
Yes, she does.
Well, I really don't like your answers because you're against the Christian faith when I listen.
Unsurprisingly, this woman tried to justify a primary school cancelling Easter in the name of diversity and inclusion. The same school that has now started celebrating Refugee Week. These are 5-year-old kids. So that is the age kids are now being brainwashed in school by activist teachers. This woman calls herself a Muslim, but more importantly, she is an anti-British socialist. The callers are not happy with her stance and most definitely give her a piece of their mind, as you'll hear. We all know this is just another attack on Britain and Western civilization by the cultural Marxists. You undermine a society by attacking its foundations. Their genius was to give it the nice name of diversity and inclusion and get it passed into the mainstream culture. Now we have liberal do-gooders thinking to be seen as a good person, you must denigrate the majority culture and people and promote every other culture over and above. Hence, Christmas has been drastically watered down. It's the most important time of the year, so they can't just cancel it overnight, even though they have tried. Instead, they are cancelling Christmas bit by bit so people don't notice. All the while, Islam and other religions get shoved down our throats left, right and centre. As we've seen with the mainstream media relentlessly pushing Ramadan recently. Nothing wrong with acknowledging all minority religions, but when you are pushing them while simultaneously trying to destroy the majority culture in this country, then clearly diversity and inclusion is the polite name given to something that is the complete opposite of what it claims to be. That is why the anti-British far left is the greatest threat to our society, I believe. And now they run the country. Anyway, take a listen to this.
And Muslims don't want us to do this or that. Now it's come to Easter, but we don't know why they've done this, and I see no reason to get cross about it at all.
Well, we must go a bit further from Hampshire. Emma in West Lothian. Hello, Emma.
Hi, Penny.
What do you think, Emma?
Yeah, so I was saying to your research earlier that I think that the head teacher's decision is very narrow-minded. The way I see it, when they talk about inclusivity, very often what they do is that they actually exclude the majority. If I went to a Muslim majority country, I wouldn't expect the school to actually cancel the celebration of Ramadan. If I went to India, I wouldn't expect them to cancel the celebration of Diwali. If I went to Israel, same thing, I wouldn't expect them to cancel the celebration of Yom Kippur or Hanukkah. Instead of actually always banning things, they should actually expand their children's minds by teaching them about the other religions and actually celebrating those other religions. For example, I am a Christian, but I have also a Jewish friend who invited me to Hanukkah to celebrate with my children and other friends of ours who didn't share her religion. And she actually called it Chrismukkah. So it became now something that we could celebrate together. I could learn about Judaism because she had some typical games for the children. Same thing, we've got Muslim friends that actually share their food as they eat with us. So
I think that's lovely.
Banning,
and it may be that the school is moving away from that or moving towards it. It's interesting. We don't know. Thanks, Emma. And Angelia, what a lovely name in North Yorkshire. Hello.
Hi, good morning, panel.
Good morning.
First of all, what I want to say is Easter is a significant holiday in our Christian calendar. It's commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, but it's also a time of reflection on the meaning of forgiveness and life. And I think, I'm a Christian myself. I remember when I was a child and when my children were children, this was a very significant, and I didn't go to a C of E school, it was just a normal school like this little North Holt school is in Eastleigh. But like this other lady was saying, You know, we celebrate Diwali, Ramadan, and everything else that, you know, the different faiths bring to this country. But why is it that this country is hell-bent on prosecuting Christians, getting rid of our faith, getting rid of everything that identifies us as a Christian country?
Let Yasmin answer.
Yasmin always does answer.
Well, that's okay. That's kind of her job.
What did you
Yes,
say?
I
Yes,
know.
you always do answer.
Well, do you want me to answer or not?
Yes, she does.
Well, I really don't like your answers because you're against the Christian faith when I listen to
My
you.
husband, excuse me, Angelia.
Hang on, Angelia.
Please, could I-
Sorry,
No,
my
Angelia,
husband
listen up.
is a faithful Christian, so don't make judgments you don't know.
Well, her name is Angelia, so there's a bit of a hint of
because
it.
they're actually trying to get the status of accreditation school of sanctuary. Is that, you know, their foremost thing instead of celebrating our own Christian values? You can have both. You can have all of the diversities being celebrated.
Yeah.
Why get
No,
rid of our Christian values?
I hear you. I mean, I think, Yasmin's a good soul, though, Angelia. Don't you say you don't like her answers before she's even answered the question.
No, it's wrong of me. I do apologise.
Oh, no, that's all right. Don't worry. Have a great day. Stephen in Cheshire, hi.
Yes, good morning, Jeremy, and your panel there. First of all, I'm actually quite incensed by all of this.
Yeah.
The reason is, being the wrong side of 60, I've seen for decades this country's history, heritage, and its traditions, including now our historic, predominant-based religion. This country's got a long-established relationship for millennia with Christianity, and everything that we are as a country is now continuously being either suppressed or swept aside. The irony in this case is the fact that a Christian festival has been removed on the basis, this is the irony, of inclusion. How is that inclusive? And the reality is this is probably being done as a guess because it might be offensive to some people. Well, I'm sorry. This is actually a wider issue because Christians across the world right now, in other parts of the world, are actually being murdered all over the world. It's horrific. Now, what we're seeing now is the thin end of a wedge. We don't want to see our predominant relationship in this country that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, which has a relationship with our history, our heritage, our traditions, our values, our customs, our laws, the whole thing being swept aside because some people might actually find it offensive. And also a very little side point, Jeremy, to make very quickly. If you notice at Christmas time, I've noticed this the past few years, very few stores now actually sell anything which indicates the Christian festival with a cross on it, a nativity scene, anything like that. You'll notice this at Christmas time.
Yeah, I noticed the Christmas lights they don't even have angels now. But I guess that's the way it goes. I mean, I've sort of stopped minding. Maybe the one thing I got maybe across the other day was that there was some Salvation Army or whatever in the streets singing hymns, and they were told by a community support officer they can't sing hymns in the street. I thought that was weird. But we're feeling our way here, Mike, aren't we? Maybe we're shouting at each other too much here.
No. We've got a changing society, and we're all trying to adjust to that changing society. I certainly am. I'm very, very tolerant of other faiths. I've always supported the idea that you build multi-faith places of worship here. No problem with that. But I just think people who are not Christians in this country sometimes have an overbearing influence on the way we try to pursue Christianity because we're a Christian country.
How do we know that this headmistress is not a Christian?
I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I just don't know why this decision has been made. And you get Easter bunnies, you get Easter bonnet parades.
It's nothing to do with the religion.
It's got nothing. There was no chocolate in the desert.
This is what I'm saying.
When Christ came back, there was no chocolate.
Look, this is to me.
But Mike is making the point that if you just have a load of Easter eggs, you're not doing anything religious.
Exactly.
They haven't cancelled Easter eggs.
Well,
they haven't cancelled it. They've just cancelled. They've said we're not doing the service and some parade. And we can get hyper excited about this, But actually, people make decisions. I really respect people who run schools. They make decisions after thinking about it for a
But
They
great
haven't thought about
long
it. It's just a
time.
mindless sop to diversity from somebody at that
There we
school.
go. This is what they wanted.
No, who wants to make themselves feel like I'm a better person because we're not celebrating Easter.
Let me tell you a story.
Why then are they celebrating Refugee Week in June? Very much a part of England, and we've always celebrated Easter, and kids have always enjoyed Easter parades at school.
Okay.
I think it's an absolute nonsense.